Fantasy football season is pretty much over, but the playoff chase is just getting heated up, or about to wrap up rather yet. With Week 17, have a bunch of teams in action, big playoff implications. We're going to put a minute on the clock for each game. Akeem's going to break it down, give you a winner, and maybe Akeem, maybe you want to give a player that's going to stand out, a spotlight player, if you have the chance under this 1 minute time frame. But what we'll do, we'll start with the biggest matchup, well, the second biggest matchup in the NFC East. That's going to come between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. If the winner of this game gets to represent the NFC East, some would argue that NFC East shouldn't make the playoffs. In the event that the Washington football team loses on Sunday night. So first we'll do New York Giants versus Dallas Cowboys. It's a home game for the New York Giants. How do you want to break this down? Obviously, Cowboys coming off a big win against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Cowboys going to win the game, first of all. So the Cowboys defense is stepping up. They're taking the ball away. They're taking care of the ball on offense right now. And they picked the perfect time to, really come on, man. So them guys getting picks right now. My dog AB, my young bull, young Diggs, Trey Diggs, they both getting their hands on the football right now. Cowboys going to win the game. They're going to do it on the ground. Player to watch, my dog Zeke. He going to tote 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, we saw last week, Andy Dalton is really proven to be the best backup quarterback. I know we saw some good play from Marcus Mariota in that one game. And obviously Alex Smith was technically a backup. But Andy Dalton has really proven well for the Dallas Cowboys, and unbelievable that they really do have a chance to get into the playoffs. But that only happens if the Washington football team takes down the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday Night Football. Alex Smith might come back. Taylor Heineke might be the ending up at quarterback for the Washington football team. You got the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, Jalen Hurts is going to get the start. Doug Peterson confirmed that on Tuesday. He wants to finish out the season well, even though they're eliminated from the playoffs. How do you evaluate the matchup?
This is a tough one right here. Big game. Big playoff implications this weekend, man. I'm going to be locked in. But I think Jalen Hurts come out and play a hell of a game. I think he come out and play just about as good as you could play without getting a win. You know what I'm saying? I think he come out and he put up some good points for you on fantasy DFS, all that good stuff. But I think Washington win the game. I think Washington come out, Alex Smith play. He was close to playing last week. I think he go this week, and I think he lead them to that playoff spot. I don't know what they do when they get there, but I think Alex Smith lead them to that playoff spot. Washington Reds, whoa. Washington football team win the NFC Sunday night.
Man, that is it's a good choice for Sunday Night Football. I will say this though. I will be happy to see Chase Young in the playoffs. He is a hell of a prospect, or a hell of a player now for the Washington football team.
Yeah.
Great choice there for that team. All right, so we'll go to the 4 p.m. window now, and big implications in this window as well in the NFC. The Packers are traveling to the Chicago Bears. If the Bears win, they are in. David Montgomery's been one of the top running backs over the last 4 weeks. They've really gotten something with Mitch Trubisky now, and Allen Robinson, who's probably going to see that Jair Alexander shadow. Green Bay still fighting for the number 1 seed overall in the NFC, gives them a bye. Very valuable to have. Obviously, the Bears want to make the playoffs. How does this matchup break down for you?
This is going to be another good one. Bears, like you said, they fighting for their playoff lives. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Green Bay is on a roll right now. They playing good physical football, man. They handled a physical team like the Titans. When you come off a physical game like that, man, you just got it in your mind. You know what I'm saying? That could be a good thing or a bad thing, but I think it'll be a good thing this week. I think they'll come out, stop the run, and ride with A-Rod. He throwing that thing wherever you want. A-Rod, Devontae, them the players you want to pick. Have one of them guys on your team because they both going to do it, man. Can't nobody stop them guys right now. It's probably going to be a handful of zone coverage from them Bears. They going to kill zone coverage, man. So, A-Rod, Devontae, ride with the Packers.
I think, obviously, Bears fans would love to see them back in the playoffs, but it's going to be an interesting decision for the organization to make behind Mitch Trubisky or Nick Foles.
I don't think they ride with neither one of them. They you got 2 quarterbacks, you got no quarterback. I don't think they're going to ride with neither one of them. They got their chance to get their hands on a legit starter. I think the Bears will do it.
You got 2 quarterbacks, it means you don't have one. All right, so these playoff complications are a little bit interesting per game. The other 4 p.m. window game is the Arizona Cardinals at the LA Rams, and here's the scenarios. First of all, LA Rams will not have Jared Goff. That's a big blow. If they win, both teams, if they win, Arizona Cardinals or the LA Rams, they win, they are in. Now, either one of those teams can still get in if the Chicago Bears lose. With that scene being set, I know Kyler Murray has to be hurting over how the last game ended for them. Rams hosting the Arizona Cardinals. How you see it?
I like the Cardinals. No Jared Goff. I'm instantly going to Cardinals. But I think the Rams still slide in the playoffs by what they say, the hairs on their chinny chins. I think they slide in because the Bears going to lose. The Bears playing great football right now. I actually talked to them Bears, man. I'm telling you, Danny Trey called me. He was like, Lead, we got 4 games left, bro. My team needs some of that lead. They need a lead speech, bro. You got me. I said, Danny Trey, I got you. He zoomed me in, hollered at them people. So I really want him to go to the playoffs. You feel me?
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to say it's because of lead speech, right? You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Green Bay just tough, man. They tough. So I think Green Bay going to win that game. And therefore, the Cardinals going to win their game. But the Rams still going to get in because of the Bears loss. So that's my playoff scenario for the NFC.
If the Bears do get in, I'm gonna request that that Zoom that you did, and we're gonna have to use it at some point.
I'm telling you,
Can we get a short synopsis of like what that speech was like? What went into that?
it was just, about locking in, about December being his own season. You know what I'm saying? But it had a lot to do with that, though. Just starting over, man. The shit that y'all was on when training camp and that first game was finna start over. Just wipe your slate clean. Start over. Start like it's a whole new season. You know what I'm saying? As far as chilling with each other as much as you can. We can't chill with each other, play with each other on the games, just vibe with each other while you at work. You know what I'm saying? It was just a reset button. It had a lot to do with that reset button.
Okay. Yeah, we all need a reset, and they've looked really good over the past month. And obviously David Montgomery has been spectacular for them as well as Allen Robinson.
Football is back. So you know what that means, man. We like to put on our favorite jersey, get some beer, get some chips, and lock in on Sundays. So don't forget to lock in with Manscape, though, man, below the belt. We got to lock in and make sure we nice and neat below the belt so our wives and our girlfriends don't have nothing to say at night after the games, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you spend all day on the couch watching the game, and then you try to get romantic, but you didn't do the part that you should have done before that. You didn't treat your halftime correctly when you should have been taking care of yourself. You alluded to it. It's the Manscaped Perfect Package 3.0, and they got everything you need. First of all, Aqib, when we were younger, we didn't have the technology that they have now, where you could actually have the Lawnmower 3.0. It's a skin-safe technology. It's waterproof. It's cordless. You can bring it in the shower, get all the spots that you really need to get. They also have the Crop Preserver, which is a ball deodorant, so you can stop from the chafing, especially if you're not wearing appropriate boxers. Fellas, wear good boxers. And then also you have the Crop Reviver as well. So you have the Perfect Package 3.0, all these things that you need to make sure that you're on top of your game when the games are over.
Definitely, man. Manscape.com got us covered, guys. I can remember, just going into the shower and grabbing whatever razor, doing what I got to do, hopping out the shower, dumping baby powder down there. But, we don't have to go through that kind of stuff no more, guys. We got Manscape.com. Use the promo code NOFLYZONE. You get 20% off and you get free shipping. That's on anything you need. You get you a trimmer. You get you a little deodorant, man. I say you good to go with them 2 things right there, man. So, NOFLYZONE is the promo code. 20% off and free shipping. Manscaped.com, man. They got us covered.
Your balls will thank you. All right, so let's shift over to the AFC. It's a little bit clearer here for the most part, at least with one of these teams or a couple of the top teams.
It's crazy over here, too.
Yeah, it's madness, man. It's madness. I can't go over all the scenarios, and that's part of the reason why we haven't mentioned the lines as well, because you don't know how it's really all going to play out. For sure. All right, so we'll start with the Baltimore Ravens. They are win and get in. Lamar Jackson's been cooking. as of recently after his like minor decline during the middle of the season. They are at the Cincinnati Bengals, their last game of the year. The Cincinnati Bengals are home, but there's no fans, or there's a limited amount of fans in Cincinnati. So it's a little bit different. Obviously, the Ravens are playing for something. I'm assuming you're going to favor the Ravens heavy in this matchup.
Definitely, Ravens. They playing for their playoff lives. They're gonna come out and put on a great show, and they gonna be one of the hottest teams, one of the most dangerous teams in the AFC. Ravens gonna win they in.
Yeah, my brother, who's a big Buffalo Bills fan, is very upset about a possible matchup with the Ravens. Very upset.
Yeah, you don't want that second seed. I'm telling you, that's a dangerous spot to be in.
For sure. And so we'll move over to the next matchup. Here's where it's a little bit interesting. Obviously, the Tennessee Titans are playing for something. They're 7.5-point favorites, even though I know we would have mentioned the lines. They are 7.5-point favorites over a Houston Texans team. However, a lot of guys on the Houston Texans are trying out for maybe a new front office, a new head coach, and despite not having DeAndre Hopkins, Deshaun Watson has had a great year. With limited receivers around him. Obviously, Will Fuller's not even there now. You're seeing Brandon Cooks have good games here, and we're seeing Kiki QT have good games here. The Texans are not some team that's going to be just give away a win, I would think, at least. Can you relate how that might be in that situation for the Texans, knowing their season is over, but they have to impress, put some good stuff on tape for a new front office, a new head coach coming in?
Hey, JJ already told us the vibe over there in Houston, man. He just came out. He told us if guys come in late, if you act like you don't want to be here, he talking to people. He ain't just pulling that shit out his ass. You know what I'm saying? He really talking to, that's the vibe of the building. JJ just told you. Tennessee going to smack them boys. They need some momentum. They just lost an ugly game to Green Bay. They need some momentum going to them playoffs. They're going to have a sharp week of practice. They're going to come out and smack the Texans.
So you think
Texans are already packed up. They've been packed up. That's why J.J. Watt got at them. You know what I'm saying? 30% of the team ain't even like the speech. Because he was talking to 30% of the team. So they checked out. I've been on checked out football teams before. 4-11, you checked out, baby. They already on the plane.
All right, we jump over to the AFC East, where the Buffalo Bills have already clinched the division and have a good chance at the number 2 seed, especially with Mason Rudolph starting at quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They already own the tiebreaker between the two, so it looks like the Buffalo Bills can get that number 2 seed if the Steelers somehow manage to lose as well. So, or even if they win. So, with that being said, the Miami Dolphins coming into town, they have to win to have a chance to get in. Now, if they lose, there are some scenarios that could work out in their favor. It's way too complicated to get into. But with that being said, Miami Dolphins should win to at least help their chances significantly. How do you see this matchup going? And side note, I hate playoff implications. This shit is nutty.
This the best week in football right here. So the Dolphins, they win, they in. I think the Dolphins win. I think the Dolphins get a win because they playing hard. They believe in what Flo is preaching over there. They going to play hard. And I don't really think the Bills, it's going to be one of those weeks where, like, coaches sneaky. They don't say they tanking, right? But they make the game plan real short. Like, you get your game plan paid. Some days you be like, damn, we got a lot of shit.
They call cover 0 and 4th and game.
But some days you get the game plan and it's like a paragraph. And you be like, bro, this all we running? Like, this would be one of them games. Because I don't know if the Bills want the second seed. I think if it's a way that they can just say, shit, we'll just take the 3rd seed. I think they, with home field advantage being how it is now, no fans, it's really not the crowd advantage like you usually have in Buffalo. So, I don't know. I ain't going to say that they're going to tank it, but the coaches just know how to get you prepared, and they know how to just let you go out and play street ball some weeks, right? So, I think this would be one of them weeks where the Bills like, man, if we win, great. If we don't, then, you know what I'm saying, we getting ready for these playoffs anyway. We'll take that 3rd seed. So, I just like the Dolphins to want it a little bit more than the Bills. So, I like the Dolphins to win that game.
So, I got a question. So, like, Stephon Diggs, he's in the lead for the receiving title. And some of us are holding Stephon Diggs to win the receiving title future tickets.
Right.
Now, like that, something like that, though, that's a source of pride. Like, he wants that, right?
Yeah,
like,
he's still get that. He going to get that.
Okay, so, like, the coaches won't sit him even if they win the game?
Nah, because, I mean, they it got to look like they're trying to win. You know what I'm saying? So you can't like sit your players and be like, nah, we don't want the second seed. We're just going to take the third seed. That just don't sit right to the public, to the fans, to the players. But I'm telling you, coaches just know how to prepare their guys for these games. Like, they just let you now. If we go out and Diggs go off for 200 and we win, then all right, we just nice. We ain't even prepared like that and we won. You know what I'm saying? So Diggs still going to get that. He's still going to get his title. He's still going his quarterback going to make sure he get that.
What do you do if you're Brian Flores, Ryan Fitzpatrick, or Tua Tagovailoa? We saw what happened at the end of the last game on Saturday.
You do the same thing you've been doing all year. You ride with Tua, and then when they get to 2-minute time, if we needed some quick scores, then we bring in old vet.
That's how it gets done. All right, so we'll go to a matchup in the AFC North. Pittsburgh Steelers have already locked it up. Cleveland Browns have a chance to join in the playoffs. That would make it 3 teams coming out of the AFC North, similar to almost maybe the NFC West, where you might get 3 teams. The Steelers will be starting Mason Rudolph, no Big Ben in this matchup. They're coming off a win off the Indianapolis Colts. We've already talked about what happened with the Cleveland Browns last week with the New York Jets. How do you see this matchup playing out?
Big game for Baker. Hopefully he had him wideouts back. I don't really know the clock on that, but he get his wideouts back, man. They're going to have a chip on their shoulder. And I think Cleveland might be playing for their playoff lives more than anybody else. Just because they situation of, you know what I'm saying, of their franchise, just because the state of their franchise, I think they playing harder than anybody. So Cleveland going to come out, they going to get a dub. And like I said, I don't know if Pittsburgh care to have that second seed. I don't know if they care to get this win and they lose. Okay, we jump to the second seed with no fans. If we had fans, then you would care about that. But now it's really all about matchups. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if Pittsburgh care to have that second seed. So I don't know how good their preparation going to be either. So I'm riding with Cleveland. And so, all right, so if I say Cleveland win, the Dolphins win, and the Ravens win, I'm saying that's 7, 6, and 5. That's 5, 6, and 7, right? And the Colts is the odd man out of the playoffs, right?
Colts would be odd man out of the playoffs. They need the most help to get in.
Yep. So I think it's going to stay. The top 7 teams going to stay exactly how it is right now, and the Colts, they'll be the team who put in all the work, winning record, a great record, 5 losses or 6 losses or whatever, and they'll be the odd man out.
The interesting thing for the Indianapolis Colts, if they end up falling out and not making the playoffs, a decision will be made about Phillip Rivers. One would assume, obviously, a strong season for them. Maybe some thought it could have been even better. And it hurts for them to not make the playoffs with a winning record for sure. If you're an Indianapolis Colts fan, what do you do next year as it pertains to Phillip Rivers?
If I'm the coach, I try to go get Carson. I'm gonna try to go get Carson Wentz and try to get him for the low. You know, they probably trying to give him away at this point. But I'm gonna try to go get Carson Wentz. I'm gonna redo that deal. You can't make that much money, and I'm gonna keep him and Phillip. I'll probably try to go get me a draft pick or something for Brissett. And I'm gonna try to keep him and Phillip. I'm gonna let Carson learn a little bit from Phillip, and then when we're ready to move on, I'm moving on with that Frank Wright and Carson, man. Because if they could hit like they was doing at the beginning, Carson was looking like top 5 quarterback in the NFL that young, man. I think it had a lot to do with how the message was portrayed to him, man. You know what I'm saying? Frank Wright can get to him, and he do what Frank Wright want him to do. So I'm riding with Phillip for one more year. He still got a little gas in the tank. He had a great season this year. And I'm a definitely have a backup plan, and I'm going to make that backup plan Carson Wentz if I'm the coach.
And we've seen Carson Wentz have, as you alluded to, has experience with the coaching staff, and that offensive line in Indianapolis could be something that can help him boost up his efficiency at the quarterback position. That's going to wrap it up for today's show. We're going to come right back with a DFS kind of discussion, a little fantasy football discussion as we try to close out the season. Hopefully you guys can close out the year with some money in your wallets. Anything else to keep?
Subscribe, rate, and review. Call to the booth, baby. Week 17? Dang. Week 17.